Hello students, last class in the topic some basic concepts of chemistry I have told something about properties of matter and their measurement. Now for measurement of physical properties you require units for measurement. Let us see what you mean by units for measurement. Take any physical quantity. It is represented as the product of numerical value and the unit in which it is expressed. For example, if I say length of this room is 6 m, here 6 is the numerical value and m is the symbol for the unit meter, and this is the unit in which length is expressed. So therefore we require units for measurement. Now different systems of units were given. Let us see which are the different systems of units. The first system is called as the MKS system. I hope you all know which are the three basic fundamental quantities. The three basic fundamental quantities are length, mass and time. According to this MKS system, the units given for the three fundamental quantities length, mass and time are meter, K stands for kilogram, time, seconds. Therefore, it is called as MKS system. But this system of units was discarded because of inconvenient conversions. Another system was developed in France, which is called as the FPS system. Now in this FPS system, second is FPS system, the same three fundamental quantities length, mass and time were measured in terms of the units. F stands for foot, mass in terms of pound, time in terms of seconds. So therefore it is called as the FPS system. Now to maintain uniformity in measurement of the physical quantities, a conference was held in France in the year 1960. Which was called as CGPM. CGPM stands for, it is a French abbreviation, Conference Generale des Poids et Mesures. This is just for your information. Now you just remember it that a general conference was held wherein a common system for units was developed. Once again in France, it was called as the SI system or the International System of Units. SI system stands for International System of Units. Now according to this system, 7 base fundamental quantities were identified. Symbol was given, its SI unit and symbol for SI unit was mentioned. Now let us see which are the 7 scientific fundamental quantities. So we have a base fundamental quantity, its symbol, SI unit, symbol for SI unit. length. Symbol for the fundamental quantity length is small l. Its SI unit is meter. Once again, its symbol will be small m. Then it is mass, small m. Kilogram is the SI unit. So kg will be the symbol. After length and mass, it is time, T, measured in terms of the SI unit, seconds. Small s is the symbol. Then it is temperature. When we say temperature, here we consider the thermodynamic temperature, which is having the symbol capital T, and it is expressed in terms of SI unit as Kelvin. And it is Kelvin, capital K. Now after temperature, it is electric current. Electric current I. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. Symbol will be capital A. Now after electric current, the next base physical quantity is luminous intensity. Luminous intensity, I write it here only. The symbol for luminous intensity is IB. Its SI unit is candela. Its symbol is capital C, small p. And the seventh base physical quantity is amount of substance. For amount of substance, the symbol used is small m. SI unit for amount of substance is mole, and the symbol will be MOL. So students, these are the 7 base fundamental quantities, their symbols and the SI unit in which they are measured along with the symbol for the SI unit. Now, along with this, you should be knowing a table here which I have put, which shows the prefixes used in SI system in terms of powers of 10. That is both sub-multiples as well as multiples. When I say sub-multiples in terms of power of 10 here, so it will be 1 divided by 10. 1 divided by 10 is nothing but 10 raised to minus 1. Similarly, here it is 10 raised to minus 2, minus 3 and so on. Now look to the tabular column there. For the prefix deci, the symbol used is small d. The submultiple used is 10 raised to minus 1. Centi, C, 10 raised to minus 2. Milli, M, 10 raised to minus 3. Micro, mu, 10 raised to minus 6. Nano, N, 10 raised to minus 9. Pico, P, 10 raised to minus 12. Femto, F, 10 raised to minus 15. Atto, A, 10 raised to minus 18. Zepto, Z, 10 raised to minus 21. Yocto, Y, 10 raised to minus 20. Now coming to multiples, that is once again in terms of powers of 10, the prefixes used for 10 raised to 1, that is nothing but 10. Deca, the symbol used is DA. Hecto, small h, that is 10 square or 100. Then for kilo, capital K, 10 raised to 3. Mega, M, 10 raised to 6. Giga, capital G, 10 raised to 9. Tera, T-E-R-S. Tera, capital T, 10 raised to 12. Theta, capital P, 10 raised to 15. Exact, capital E, 10 raised to 18. Zeta, capital Z, 10 raised to 21. Iota, capital Y, 10 raised to 24. So you need to remember the prefixes used in SI system, both in terms of submultiples and multiples, that is powers of 10. So I hope you are clear with the base fundamental quantities, SI system, prefixes used in SI system. After knowing the details of these, I would like to mention a few words about which you should know the definitions. For example, what is mass, what is weight, what is volume, what is density. Now let us look into the definitions one by one. Before I continue, I would like to remind you all students, whatever is being explained here in the online class, so material will also be put on in the Google Classroom. Make a separate notebook. Make a separate notebook and write the material neatly after each unit is completed. Don't leave any gaps. Write them continuously and in the same notebook. It will be easy for you all for revision. Okay. Now let us continue with the definitions of the two terms, mass and weight. Now I hope you all know that mass and weight are two different words which do not have the same meaning. Mass is the amount of matter present in a given substance. Mass is the amount of matter present in a given substance. Whereas weight is the force exerted by gravity on an object. Weight is the force exerted by gravity on an object. So both mass and weight are different. Now I hope you know one more point, that is mass of a substance is constant. Wherever you go in any part of the world, mass remains constant. Whereas weight varies from one place to another place. And the reason for this is due to change in the gravity. The gravitational force differs from place to place. Now, in the laboratory, usually we will be determining the mass of different substances. And the mass of different substances can be expressed in terms of the SI unit kilogram. Just now I have told the SI unit of mass is kilogram kg. Now, earlier analytical balance or chemical balance was used for weighing the chemical compounds. And we do not weigh large quantities of substances in the laboratory. Hence, we will be using the smaller units for the SI unit kilogram, that is grams and milligrams. I hope you all know what does 1 gram is equal to in terms of, 1 kilogram in terms of grams. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. But remember, the SI unit of mass is kilogram. I hope now the definitions of both mass and weight are clear for you. After knowing the definition of these two terms, next is to know the definition of another term, that is volume. Now, volume refers to the space occupied by matter. Volume refers to the space occupied by matter. It has the units of length cube. So, what should be the SI unit of length? It is meter, right? M cube. There is another popular unit for expressing the volume of liquids, that is liter. which is not the SI unit. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter, but it is not the SI unit. Remember students, the SI unit of volume is meter cube. Now in the laboratory, we use different apparatus for measuring the liquids. You will be performing an experiment called as titration experiment, wherein you will be using an apparatus called as burette. I'll just show the representation of a burette. Now this is something, yes. There are markings on this burette. Yes. You will see this in the laboratory. It is called as burette. Another apparatus used in the laboratory is pipette. A bulb here and an extension. Now this is called as a pipette. I hope you all know measuring cylinder. What is a measuring cylinder? It will be cylindrical and there will be markings on the cylinder. Now this is called as a measuring cylinder. Another apparatus which is used in the laboratory. Yes. Now this is called as a volumetric flask. So these are the different apparatus used in the laboratory for measuring a solution or any liquid. I hope the definition of volume and its SI unit is clear. Now you know the definition of mass, you know the definition of volume. What should be the definition of density? Density is defined as mass per unit volume. So density is defined as mass per unit volume. And the SI unit of density is given by SI unit of mass divided by SI unit of volume. That is nothing but kg per meter cube. You can also write it as kg meter raised to minus 3. So this is the SI unit of density. I hope the definition of the terms mass, weight, volume and density are clear to you all. So with this information, I would like to conclude this class, and in the next class we will be continuing with what do you mean by temperature and which are the different scales for measuring temperature. So I will stop here students. Thank you.